The highlight of Nintendo's E3 conference was definitely the Nintendo 3DS, which is Nintendo's basically sequel to the current handheld, the DS. So the 3DS is what it sounds like. It is a handheld that can do 3D, which is really cool because of course Sony is working on like a 3D home game console, which would be better than a handheld with 3D, but it's still a long way away for Sony and it's really expensive. Now, Nintendo, though, they're making a console right now that can do 3D. I think this is going to be really big, because not only is it capable of 3D, but it has a ton of good games to back it up. Like, I actually made a list. Finally, people have been asking for years, really old school Nintendo fans and Nintendo fanboys from like the 80s, have been asking for a game called Kid Icarus. Now, I am kind of familiar with the NES game, Kid Icarus, but I've never played it. But people said it was really good, it was a big fan favorite, but never got a sequel. So now there's finally going to be a Kid Icarus game on the 3DS, in 3D. I don't know how that transition will go from an NES game from like 85 or something to a 3D game in 2010 or 2011. But if it works, that could be really big. Because now it looks like Nintendo has finally listened to our complaints, and Nintendo's actually making some hardcore games again. Other hardcore games on there, Square Enix is bringing Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy, which is to be expected, but it's still nice. Sega is bringing Sonic over there. It's going to be Animal Crossing. Believe it or not, Saints Row. I don't know if there'll be a Grand Theft Auto game, but I know Saints Row is going to be on there. And Star Fox 64, another really old game, is being brought back in 3D on a handheld. A 3D flying game would be pretty cool. And then Batman. I mean, Nintendo's got a lot going for this console, or this handheld. The only real unknown is the price. I mean, a 3D handheld sounds really expensive to me. I don't know if it will be, because Nintendo didn't announce a price. That kind of makes me think that the price is going to be bad. It seems like they didn't want to mention the price. They're kind of avoiding it. But you never know. It could work out just fine. They might just not have decided yet. But I think this console has a lot going for it. And it'll definitely help Nintendo out in the future. Because, of course, I mean, Nintendo's got the casual gaming market, but they need the hardcore gaming market. And here, I mean, if you're going to have a 3D console with, I mean, Saints Row, Final Fantasy, I mean, Kingdom Hearts, Batman, everything on it, you're going to do pretty well with that, especially because they already dominate the market for handhelds. So that was definitely the highlight of Nintendo's show. So I think this will do very well. I was skeptic about the 360 Slim because I didn't see too much new about it. But this has a lot new for it and a lot going for it. That's all I gotta say about Nintendo for now. Like the others, I'll do a video on Nintendo's conference later, when I get a chance to watch the entire conference. Today I wore my white for Nintendo. And the last thing I want to say, it's not really related to anything, but I finally got 100 subscribers. So thank you to all of my subscribers. It's taken me what feels like forever to get here, but I promise you I'm just getting started.